What's up folks, it's Uranus, we're in Brussels, welcome to another video. So what is the difference between bacteriostatic water and sterile water? Quite important if you're using any compounds that come in dried frozen form like HCG, peptides or melanotan. And believe me, over the last 11 years I've been on hormones. I've reconstituted a shitload of vials, hundreds. I've probably already used more than half a liter of bacteriostatic water. So what exactly is the difference? Let's find out. Before I start, none of this is medical advice, just my personal experience and opinion. C'est parti! So this is bacteriostatic water from a well-known pharmaceutical brand called Hospira. It's basically sterile water with 0.9% of benzyl alcohol added. They use the benzyl alcohol as a preservative and it stops bacterial growth. What it means is if I reconstitute a vial of HCG, I can use it multiple times and then store it safely in the fridge. If you reconstituted a vial, for example, of 5,000 IUs of HCG, you're not going to inject the entire amount at once in your ass. Most people take like 500 IUs at once, so you're going to draw from the same vial multiple times. Well, if you use bacteriostatic water, you can use that vial up to a month. Not doctor recommended, by the way. It's just what I do. Sterile water does not contain this preservative, this benzyl alcohol. It's just simple sterile water. It's still completely safe to use, but then you have to use it. It's for single shot, simple usage at once. You're not going to put it inside of a vial and draw multiple times from it. Now, I was on HCG monotherapy for more than 2 years and I used a lot of these with the brand name Pregnil. It's been removed from the market now, but that was my form of HCG and it came with a lot of these vials containing sterile water and not bacteriostatic water. So the only difference is that you have to use it pretty much immediately. Perfect for one shots, but not perfect for drawing multiple times from the same vial. It was perfect when I was on HCG monotherapy because I used to have vials of 1,500 IUs of HCG. I used to inject that in one time, twice per week, so I just used the sterile water that came with it. Now these days I'm on testosterone replacement therapy. I only use HCG sporadically, so I use bacteriostatic water because sometimes it can stay for weeks or months inside of my fridge. So both have their usage, but just remember, one is for instant usage and the other one is for multiple drawings. Now personally, I've traveled a lot with HCG lately. I've been all over the world with my girlfriend and I travel with reconstituted HCG on me. Sometimes I don't have a fridge and I'm really happy that I'm using bacteriostatic water. I don't want to catch an infection or anything like that, and I'm happy that there is the preservative, the benzyl alcohol in there. Last year we slept in the Amazonian rainforest in Brazil, in the jungle, no fridge whatsoever near us, actually nothing near us except for jungle stuff, you know, and I was really happy. I had the HCG with me with bacteriostatic water. I was injecting there and I never had any single issue, and I'm happy that the benzyl alcohol is in there. Now I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I've used melanotan in the past with bacteriostatic water and I've stored that shit for more than a year in my fridge, still used it and it was completely fine. I made one mistake at the beginning of my hormonal replacement therapy journey because I thought that Pregnil came with bacteriostatic water, but instead it was sterile water. Now sterile water basically contains 9 milligrams or 0.9% of natrium chloride. It has nothing to do with bacteriostatic. The natrium chloride is just added in there so you would absorb it better and not have any irritability at the injection site. Now, in my opinion, and coming from a person that has been on hormones for more than 10 years, just always use bacteriostatic water, because whether you're going to use human chorionic, gonadotropin, HCG, melanotan, peptides or whatever in dried frozen form, you're not going to inject the entirety in your ass at once. So keep it safe, use bacteriostatic water. The last thing I want to add is that sometimes bacteriostatic water is harder to buy and harder to find. If I go to my pharmacy down the street right there, they don't even know what bacteriostatic water is. It's not available in regular pharmacies here in Belgium. They do have sterile water, so these guys, I buy them online For 30 milliliters, it's costing me about 23 pounds. But yeah, I like the fact that it's bacteriostatic and it keeps my product relatively safe. It's expensive, but it's also something that you are going to inject in your ass, so be wise. It's funny because I've used off-the-grid black market bacteriostatic water before to reconstitute pharma-grade human chorionic gonadotropin or HCG, simply because it wasn't available here in Belgium. At the moment I am using Ovitrel pens with HCG. They're pretty much single use, so I put them in an empty sterile vial and I add bacteriostatic water to them because for me it makes it easier to draw the quantity that I want. When I say I mix both of them in one vial, I never shake them, you can break your compounds like that. Alright, ending it here. I hope the video was insightful. Let me know if bacteriostatic water is easily available in your country and if you are using it. Kindly do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video with a new freaking t-shirt. Uranus out.